In a luxurious estate, there lived a wealthy woman named Claire. She had everything: wealth, beauty, and a long line of suitors who would patiently wait for her. But her heart was captured by an unexpected man, Daniel. Daniel was a humble electrician. He owned a mini shop. He was kind, generous, gentle, and was a very hard-working man. Despite Claire's parents' refusal and the whispers of society, Claire followed her heart and married Daniel, believing love was all they needed. "I have more than enough. I don't need anything more but love. He loves me," she would say to her parents. In the early years of their marriage, their love bloomed like a garden in spring. But as time went on, Claire's high-born pride slowly resurfaced. She began to lose patience with her husband. She literally got tired of him being too humble and kind and would always complain. The love she once cherished turned into resentment, and soon Claire became the head of the household. Her words grew sharp, her actions harsher. She would hit him hard on the face when frustration hit her. But Daniel still remained kind to her. He endured all her insults and prioritized his business, which was gradually blossoming. He never raised his voice nor retaliated. He simply endured, hoping one day his beloved Claire would remember the love they shared. One day, they went to the supermarket together, and when it was time for them to pay for the groceries, Daniel realized he didn't go with his card. Then he apologized to his wife and asked her to borrow him, and that he would withdraw when they get home and pay back. But before he could finish his statement, he got a loud slap from his wife. All eyes was on him, and he felt really humiliated, but didn't want to hurt her, so he walked out gently and went home, leaving his unremorseful wife in the supermarket, who eventually paid for the goods and drove home. When she got home, she didn't find her husband and wondered where he might have gone to. But she decided not to call, still waiting for him to go on his knees and apologize to her as usual. But at night, he still wasn't home, which was unusual. Then her heart began to panic. She wondered where he must have gone. Then she went to their room to check if he dropped a note for her. And when she got there, she saw that half of his belongings were gone. Then she saw a note which he left for her. She reads, "My dear beautiful wife, first, I want to say that I'm sorry for not being the perfect husband for you. But every day, I try my best to make you happy, but it's always opposite. But I just wanted to let you know that we both need some space from each other. So just take care of yourself. I love you. And by the way, I returned the money I borrowed from the supermarket. I left it in your bag with some extra money for yourself. Bye. I'll see you when I return." Claire read the letter over and over again and didn't know when she burst into tears. His absence left an echo in her heart. Days passed, then weeks, and her pride melted into regret. The house felt empty without his loving presence. She missed the way he listened, the way he loved her without condition, and gradually she began to fall ill. Months later, Daniel returned home, his face weary from the road, but his heart unchanged. When he opened the door, he saw his beautiful wife lying on the couch helpless. Her temperature was burning, and she didn't look good, although still beautiful. And immediately he called the doctor to come check her out. And after some minutes, the doctor walked in and ran some tests. Then he prescribed some medications for her and left. While Claire was still sleeping, Daniel rushed to the closest pharmacy to get the prescribed drugs for her. Then he brought it home, and some minutes later, she woke up, and the first thing she saw was her beloved husband, who couldn't stop staring at her. Tears fell off her eyes when she saw him. She thought she was dreaming, and she said, "Please come back home. I'm sorry." But when he touched her, she realized it was all real, and she woke up fully. She hugged her husband so tightly, and immediately she went on her knees and apologized to him. "I am so sorry, my love. I'm really so sorry. It took me just 1 second after you left to realize that you are my world. I can't live without you." She cried and hugged him. Then he cleaned her tears and hugged her back. "I love you now and always." He looked into her eyes and whispered. And from that day forward, Claire loved Daniel more fiercely than ever before. She treated him with love and kindness he deserved, cherishing every moment they shared. She respected him and obeyed his opinion, and they enjoyed every moment together.